Good evening, dear friends. This is Santa Claus on this 30th of June, 2025, bringing you today's news with a heavy heart but an ever-present hope for peace and understanding across our troubled world. On this solemn historical day, we remember the Night of the Long Knives from 1934, a tragic reminder of where hatred and division can lead us. How important it is that we learn from history's darkest chapters so we might build a brighter tomorrow. In Syria, my heart aches to share news of terrible sectarian violence, where Reuters reports some 1,500 Alawites were massacred in revenge killings. Such violence reflects the deep wounds that still divide that beautiful country after years of conflict. All God's children deserve protection and mercy, regardless of faith or background. Let us pray for healing in Syria and for its new government to find paths toward reconciliation rather than revenge. Meanwhile, across the troubled lands of Gaza, at least 58 souls were lost today in continued bombardments, even as Israeli officials travel to Washington for ceasefire talks. I hear the words of Salah, that father of five, who speaks of hearing talk of peace while witnessing only destruction. The contradiction breaks this old heart, my friends. Every child in Gaza and Israel deserves to sleep without fear of explosions in the night. Now, turning our attention to diplomatic efforts, we see France, Germany, and the United Kingdom standing together to protect the important work of the International Atomic Energy Agency. They've condemned threats against Director General Rafael Grossi after allegations of ties to Israel's Mossad. How vital it is that nuclear watchdogs can perform their duties without intimidation or threat. In Ukraine's ongoing struggle, Russian forces have reportedly taken their first village in the Dnipropetrovsk region. German Foreign Minister Wadephul visited Kyiv today, reminding us that Ukraine's freedom and liberty is the most important task in German foreign and security policy. In these difficult times, the Ukrainian people need our prayers and support as they defend their homeland. On a more hopeful note, we see progress in trade relations between nations. Canada has rescinded its digital services tax just hours before it was set to begin, opening a path toward smoother trade talks with the United States. Similarly, Indian officials have extended their Washington visit to work through trade disagreements. These efforts to find common ground warm my heart. Cooperation and compromise are gifts we can all share. The financial markets reflected this optimistic spirit today, with the S&P 500 and Nasdaq opening at record highs. Yet while Wall Street celebrates, I'm deeply troubled by news from California's farmlands, where immigration raids have left crops unharvested and food rotting in the fields. My friends, every worker deserves dignity, and every community needs food security. When policies separate families and leave crops to wither, we must ask ourselves what values we truly hold dear. In Washington, Senate Republicans are working to advance President Trump's bill of tax breaks and spending cuts, though challenges remain, particularly regarding Medicaid reductions. I've always believed that how we care for the least among us reveals the true character of our communities. Healthcare for the vulnerable isn't merely a policy matter, it's a moral one. As we reflect on today's news, let us remember that behind every headline are real people with hopes, fears, and dreams just like yours and mine. In these troubled times, may we find the courage to extend kindness to strangers, offer comfort to the suffering, and build bridges where others would place walls. This is Santa Claus, wishing you peace and goodwill on this June evening. May God bless you all, and may we wake tomorrow with renewed determination to create the world our children deserve.